Jose, I think the real question so many people will ask is, why should I care about prisoners being released during this pandemic when there's a list of 10 other things they believe they should be concerned about?
Well, first and foremost, I have to say that you should care about us, mainly because we're people. And regardless of what people believe, we will be returning back home. And it's only logical, I think, that you will want people to return back home in the best health as possible.
You were in Rikers when the governor of New York declared the state of emergency due to the pandemic, due to the coronavirus. What was it like in Rikers, especially leading up to that moment that we knew there was a crisis?
It was pure mayhem. The best way I could think about it is that we're dealing with a health crisis, a public health crisis. And to give an individual any insight into how clean Rikers is, just imagine if we were to like spruce up an average train station and ask people to basically live there. That's the level of cleanliness that's there. On top of that, being crammed in with over 50 people where they have other issues. Basically, sickness travels really fast because you can't socially distance in general. But couple that with the coronavirus being present, it exacerbates those public health issues. On top of that, where DOC is not really doing anything to create the most sanitary conditions possible, it's pure pandemonium.
So when you say the most sanitary conditions possible, it is prison that we're talking about, one of the most notorious prisons in this country. With that said, there are human beings there who are inmates, who are workers there. Did you see gloves, masks, anything being passed around? Was there advice on cover your face with a rag? Was there any guidance given?
So you're not allowed to cover your face because that's a particular rule or guideline in DOC, because they want to be able to identify you at all times. Correctional officers weren't even being issued masks through DOC. If they were wearing any masks or gloves, it's through what they bought for themselves to use.
How many people were in a day? How many people are you coming in contact with when you were there? That would include inmates and personnel.
Oof. Throughout a day, it's like over 100 people.
So you've been in contact with hundreds of people at any given time a day. So on April 4th, you were released after NYU students and some of the administrators there advocated on your behalf. You were a graduate through their prison program, so you had a relationship with some of these people. Do you think that you would have gotten help had NYU not backed you to get out of there?
No, definitely not. When you look at like some of the facts is that I was transferred into Rikers Island the day that de Blasio made his announcement about minimizing the population. And I actually went from a place that didn't have any cases of COVID-19 into a place that had COVID-19. Wow. That's one. And had it not been for their advocacy work and reaching to the right people at the right place at the right time, that I would still be incarcerated now.
I want to get to something before we go with you, because it blew me away to learn that. So you get folks to advocate on your behalf, you get out. When you were released, you've said that you were not feeling well, you'd gotten sick, you were never tested, never told to quarantine. They let you out and put you on a bus and released you back in. A person that they were not certain if you'd been exposed to COVID-19. Now you are back in the world, coming in contact with people. That sounds irresponsible to me.
That's absolutely true, and that's actually a fact with everyone that I know of that they are releasing.
So you were not told to quarantine after leaving prison?
No, which is basic discharge. Here's your money, go on your way.
Have you been tested for COVID-19? Have you been tested?
No.
Do you believe that you had it when you were released by the symptoms that you described?
It's likely. I definitely was exposed. Yeah, who knows?
You feel lucky to be alive and getting out of what you've described there?
Yeah, no, I was really scared. The truth is what was always running through my mind is like, I couldn't believe that I was there and that I was really sick, and I had suffered from croup when I was younger. And I just imagined like, damn, if I were to have like an attack now, I would die there. That's what I was dealing with.